Coronation Street spoilers. More bad news hits the street as the Rovers' fate is revealed. Jenny Connor receives a terrible update about the Rovers' return in Coronation Street. A few months ago, Jenny had to accept that she couldn't balance the books and therefore needed to sell the pub. After a bit of back and forth with the Newton family from Newton and Ridley, the boozer was bought by Waterford's. Jenny and her team were then given more upsetting news when the Waterford's boss arrived and said their contracts had been terminated. Initially, Adam stepped in to try and find a loophole, but he revealed to the staff that there was actually nothing he could do. With the likes of Daisy and Sean forced to find more work, Jenny has spent a lot of time at Rita's flat pondering over the future. Next week, she is given another glimpse as to what life could be like without the Rovers' return completely when Brian reveals the pub is up for sale, and the property developer is hoping to buy it and turn it into flats. Fortunately, this plan doesn't look set to go ahead, as show boss Ian McLeod has confirmed the pub will reopen before 2024 starts. It reopens on New Year's Eve, I think, but the interesting thing about it is the circumstances of it becoming open again are all tied up with Stephen's legacy, and somebody will do something that is at best naughty, at worst slightly criminal to get their hands on the keys to the pub and reopen it, he said. So it will reopen, but the reopening of it will be based on this slightly shaky foundation of a criminal act, shall we say. So I suppose the viewers will be wondering, well, okay, so the pub's open, but what disaster will befall the person that's allowed that to happen, because it's all based on this misdeed that they've committed towards the end of the year. So we didn't want it, I suppose, to just open up again and it was like nothing had ever happened. We wanted it to open up with this kind of buried bomb underneath it that we will explode later in the year. So that is probably as much as I feel like I can say. It's not going to look radically different either, because I don't know about you guys, but I think certain sets, and I'm not saying they should never change, but I'd certainly feel like I don't want it to be modernized and gastropub IFIED or turned into a chain pub, you know, so much like I feel weirdly protective of Deirdre's wallpaper at number 1, I do feel like the Rovers decor is going to be updated a touch. But for the most part, I really like the look and feel of it at the moment. So it's going to reopen, looking quite similar, but the circumstances of its ownership are going to be much more fraught.
Xin chào các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh Spoiler. Vừa rồi các bạn đã theo dõi một